Hi guys, my name is Yash. I'm a ECBA certified business analyst, and today we'll be continuing with our 91st question of our BA interview series. This is also regarding my BDM experience at Hubcode IT Services. So let's begin. What if the interviewer asks, were you doing actual business analysis work or just assisting the delivery team? I'll answer. That's a fair question. I wasn't working in a formal business analyst title, but My role was my role involved many responsibilities that overlapped closely with PA activities. I was regularly interacting with clients to understand their requirements, pain points, and expectations, and then coordinating with internal delivery teams to ensure those requirements were clearly communicated. I also contributed to scoping discussions, documentation, solution clarification, and requirements alignment during project discussions. So while my designation was BDM, the role gave me a strong exposure to stakeholder communication, requirements understanding, and translating business needs into actionable deliverables, which are the core aspects of business analysis. So as you can see, I have answered in a very strategic way. When the interviewer asked me, were you actually doing business analysis work? Because I'm going with the experience of a BDM, so obviously they would ask me, do you were you actually doing business analysis work? Because before I have mentioned that I had similar activities, I had similar task as a business analyst when I was working as a BDM too. So that's a fair question. So I answered I wasn't working in a formal business analyst title, but my role involved many responsibilities that overlapped closely with PA activities. I was regularly interacting with clients to understand their requirements, pain points, and expectations. That's what a business analyst does too, is to understand the requirements, gathering requirements, understanding the pain points and the expectations, and then coordinating with the internal delivery teams to ensure those requirements were clearly communicated. So when I had a meeting with a client, I always made sure the requirements were clearly communicated, and I ensured that those requirements are testable in a way that whenever I approach the team, it should be very clear. So as you can see, I also contributed to scoping discussions, documentation, solution clarification, and requirements alignment during the project. So it's the same as business analyst. Business analyst also does scoping discussion, then documentation like BRD, FRDs, then solution clarification with BPM and diagrams, and requirements alignment during the project discussion. Super important. So I will explain. While my designation was BDM, that is Business Development Manager, this role gave me a strong exposure to stakeholder communication, which is very important. As a BDM, you have to meet the stakeholders, you have to understand their concerns, you have to take the requirements, you have to make sure it's clear and testable so that the developers and the design teams understand it. And that shows how similar those two roles are, but they do have their own differences, some little differences you can say. So as you can see, the BDM role gave me strong exposure to stakeholder communication, very important for a BA role, requirements understanding, and translating business needs into actionable deliverables. Translating business need into actionable deliverables, very very important skill for a business analyst. So these are the core aspects of business analysis, and I think transitioning from a BDM to business analyst is a smart move because many skills are overlapping each other. And since I am more into analytical and solution oriented approach, I choose business analyst more than BDM, because BDM is mostly sales oriented, making sure the client is on board. But I am mostly interested in the BA role because it's mostly analytical, it's mostly solution oriented. Obviously, there are overlaps, but yeah, I think that's good for me. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from it.